What is up, everyone on the YouTubes? My name is Boy, and I'm your host as usual on this fine morning or evening, afternoon, whenever you're watching this. In this gameplay, I'm using the golden KAP-40s, my new golden gun for the day. In this gameplay, I go 30-2 in this free-for-all match, and I'm using the dual-wield attachment, probably by far one of the best attachments for this gun, besides the fast mag and extended mags if you like using only single cap. But anyway, in this commentary, I'm going to be going over a few tips and tricks that I have about how you can get this golden gun the fastest, easiest, and most effective using my strategies or tips, whichever you find most helpful. And without further ado, let's get right into this commentary. So my class setup when I use this commentary, I will also put it in the description of this video, my class setup, and a list of all the challenges. But in this commentary, I'm going to be going over that in addition to the tips and tricks I have to tell you. So my class setup, I usually don't run a primary weapon in this gameplay. My bad. I was using the MP7 silenced as my primary weapon. I'm not quite too sure about that, but you really should not run a primary just because that wastes a slot on your. You only have 10 slots, so that wastes a whole slot. And you want to be running as your secondary your KAP-40s, of course, with the dual wield attachment if you have that unlocked. If you don't, then you should either be running extended mag or fast mag. Those both are pretty helpful attachments. For perk 1, you should be running Ghost and Hardline using your perk 1 wildcard. Perk 2, Scavenger. Perk 3, Tac Mask. Because Tac Mask is so helpful in this game. There's so many people who throw down shock charges and concussion you. And when you use that Tac Mask, it just throws them completely off guard because they think they have you flashed. They turn the corner and you're already there ready to pick them off. So that's like a haha, I got you moment. And then for the challenges, let's start off by the first challenge is there's like 9 challenges that kind of go in part with each other. It has to do with the headshots. You have to get 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50, 75, and finally 100 headshots with the weapon. Now, a lot of people think the headshots are pretty hard to get. I mean, I guess I could go with them on that, but you know, in all, it's not very hard to get headshots. It requires a little more, I guess, time and, patience to get the headshots. Because a lot of times people go around just trying to aim for the head, and they end up wasting all the bullets in their magazine, and then they have to reload, and the guy turns around and kills them. What you want to do is get a good stance before you start shooting at them. Like, don't just try to aim somewhere around their head and just start randomly firing. I mean, you want to make sure you have it good on their head. Like, even if they're standing still, like if you think you got them and you're like 30 feet away, don't take the shot. If they're like AFK or something, go right up to them and make sure you got that headshot. Because I mean, getting headshots can be pretty unpredictable. You might think you aim for the head and you might not get the headshot. That happens to me so many times. If that's happened to you, please tell me. I mean, it's pretty annoying if you ask me. So that's why I always like making sure it's on their head before I shoot. And you can, by the way, you can play any game type you want for that. I like free-for-all the most. I think it's the best, but it's really up to however, whatever game type, I mean, that you can get the most kills and headshots in. The next challenges are all the harder challenges that they say are sort of harder. That's kind of like the norm, that the last challenges are hardest. But I really don't think these challenges are all that hard, considering they're the last 5 challenges. I mean, first you have to earn 30 revenge medals. That's not very hard at all. Free-for-all works perfectly for that. I mean, there's only 7 players reversing, and if you go around letting them kill you, then you're easily going to get that revenge medal that you want, and you're going to get it probably within 3, maybe 2-3 games at most. Sorry, I'm kind of like have a weird throat going on right now. But anyway, the next 2 challenges go in part with each other. It's 150 kills with no attachments, and then 150 kills with no perks. Now those go hand in hand with each other because they're both 150 kills, and you can do both of them at once. So what I suggest, you take off your perks and attachments at the same time. That way you can maximize your time efficiency and get it really fast. You can play whatever game type, again, that you get the most kills in. Chaos Mosh Pit might work best for that, as well as the next challenge that I'm going to talk about in a sec, just because it's short range, you know, close quarter combat, and that's what pistols are good like this for, especially when they're fully automatic. The next challenge is to get 20 double kills, and I highly suggest you play Chaos Mosh Pit, or if it's double XP weekend, you play Nuketown, just because that game type, you know, like if it's Chaos Mosh Pit, you're gonna get like maps like, you know, what's that one, Hijacked and Nuketown, which are very close quarter. You're gonna end up getting those double kills pretty fast, especially in like Domination, Headquarters, Demolition especially. And then the final challenge is to get 10 Bloodthirsty medals. I cannot stress enough that you play free-for-all in this, because I have a lot of friends who struggle to get these Bloodthirsty medals, you know, with guns like this. And so what I like to say is that you should probably play free-for-all, because there's not as many tryhards as like Domination and Ground War and stuff. And, you know, it's really easy to like hear footsteps, I mean, if you have a good headset. And you're going to be able to listen to their footsteps, know where they are, and you're pretty much not going to die. Like in this gameplay, I only get 2 deaths, and I went on a few bloodthirsty streaks. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this commentary. I mean, that's really all the tips I have for you guys. If you have any more questions, please make sure to leave it in the comment section below. Hope you enjoyed this commentary again, and if you felt that it was indeed helpful and informative, please leave a like, rating, and subscribe for more videos. This is AhiBoy, and I'm signing out.